This is Big Rapids Cardinal basketball on News Radio WBRN 1460 AM and 96.5 FM, a part of the Big Rapids Media Network and your home for Cardinal basketball.
Njenga spinning. Oh, goodness. Direct attack. That was absolutely nasty. Boat goes up strong. Count the bump and the bucket again. If you get the ball in the paint, you're going to have good things happen.
"62 miles from the lakeshore into the main part of the mitten." That is what separates the two teams in front of us here tonight. Two perennials in West Michigan basketball duking it out in front of us. It's the Whitehall Vikings and the Big Rapids Cardinals here in Cardinal Arena tonight. Hi, everybody. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here on News Radio WBRN. Thanks for all tuning in. We got about 90 seconds, just a little bit under that even, in fact, of the JV contest. Right now, 7-point game for Coach Kostecki's group. But Blake, really here before we get to our first break, in a nutshell, two very good basketball teams we're going to see take the floor tonight, and I am so excited to see what each coaching staff has in store, each players have in store, and just what kind of a crowd environment coming to watch these two really good teams.
Yeah, you've got Whitehall, who has experienced a lot of recent success, a team who went 22-0 last year and got upset in the first round of districts, or the second round, their first game that they played. They're a group that is highly tested. If you look at their schedule, it is the best of the best day in and day out for who they play, especially in the non-conference. Excited to watch the Cardinals match this test. I think they have the pieces to match up well against the Whitehall Vikings, and I'm really excited to watch how our kids are going to compare to a team that's a top 10 team in the state in Division II.
It's going to be a great night for hoops. Fasten your seatbelts. Full pregame show, including timer, temperature, timber report, stat breakdown, and more coming up on our full pregame show after this right here on WBRN.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. MOTA offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact MOTA as far as 6 months in advance. MOTA proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit MOTAonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
My name is Nicole Urban. I'm an adult geriatric nurse practitioner, and I work for Michigan Primary Care Partners. I have wanted to help people and care for people since I was young. I had an aunt who was a registered nurse and kind of helped drive me in that direction. I was able to see what she was able to do for patients, and it made me want to be able to do the same. I am accepting new patients in the Big Rapids and Grand Rapids locations. For more information, you can visit Michigan Primary Care Partners.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. A lot more.
Like?
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything, not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today.
The Yellow Window.
Welcome to Yellow Window in Big Rapids, where local flavor meets comfort. Located just across the Maple Street Bridge, we serve your favorites all day, including breakfast. There's always something new on the menu with our daily specials. Need help for your next event? Our banquet room, catering service, and food trailer can help with all your event needs. Open Tuesday through Sunday, with extended dinner hours on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yellow Window, where every bite feels like home.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here courtside as we get into our Cardinal pregame show here on News Radio WBR. And big thanks to those that support the Cardinals. Those include, but aren't limited to, Big Rapids Public Schools, the Big Rapids Virtual School, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, MOTA the Mecosta Transit Authority, A1 Auto Glass, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, as well as Extremely Clean Power Washing and Painting, Quality Car and Truck Repair, New Horizon Landscaping, Michael Oil and Propane, Big Rapids, Big Country, Big Deals, Cook's Tree Service, American Legion Post 98, Baseball, Dazos Digital, and BigRapidsDailyNews.com. Your time and temperature this evening is brought to you by our great friends at New Horizon Landscaping. In the winter, they clear snow for residential and commercial properties. In the spring and summer, they care for your landscape. You can trust the area's reliable and premier landscapers at New Horizon Landscaping. 19 degrees and cloudy here in Big Rapids. It's a very calm, dry evening outside, obviously in the wintertime. We know as well as everyone that's out here listening to us probably right now, whether you're streaming us or you're at home, it's a better night to be indoors than outdoors, and it always seems to be that way no matter what weeknight we are playing basketball on. So that is your time and temperature. And Blake, we'll get into the Timber Report presented by Cook's Tree Service. Big Rapids Trust Cooks with all tree service and all tree removal. Call 796-2908. And simply for this, Big Rapids, obviously, last time we had played Friday, got the weekend off to recuperate, refresh. And for Whitehall, they're pulling a back-to-back. They played last night at Rockford. We'll talk about that a little bit here in the pregame show as well. But they're going to be experiencing the back-to-back effects. Rockford, different gym than what it is here in Big Rapids, and that's going to be a little bit different to the eye test to see how they come out this evening, especially shooting the basketball.
Yeah, another big gym here, not as big as Rockford's. We don't have 4 full-court basketball courts inside of our gym. But, a big gym, and I've been told that this is a good shooting gym. You've got the orange sticking out, the bright lights on the floor. Most teams don't seem to have a whole lot of issue playing here. They seem to like the court. I always go back to that Cadillac Muskegon regional final game last year, and several from both sides. You guys always play with these lights because they're awesome, and they take a little bit to get used to, but once you do, you definitely feel the bright lights. It definitely does help you. But it's a typical Tuesday night game. Not a lot of fans here, so we're going to have to find a way to bring some energy. And Whitehall's a very good ball club, like we said.
At least not yet. We hope they start piling their way in. We still do have about 20 minutes before scheduled tip-off at 7 o'clock. Obviously, the JVs will finish up their bout first. Still a 7-point game with 12 seconds left. Big Rapids trying a miraculous effort. But right now, Whitehall's defense is making it very, very difficult. But we will get to our Big Rapids Little League starting lineups here before tip-off. We'll have the honors to do that later on. But a reminder, the Little League signups are open until February 21st, folks. Players ages 4 to 14. Hone your skills at Big Rapids Little League. Sign up, BigRapidsLittleLeague.com for more. And without further ado, the main reason why you are here in the pregame show, and that is our Dazos Digital Stat Breakdown presented by Dazos Digital. Target your potential customers with ads on streaming TV, ads on YouTube, ads Spotify, Pandora. They can do it all. Visit DazosDigital.com for more. When you look at these two teams, you look at the last 5 years, a lot of wins.
Yes.
I mean, right now, just looking at last year, 38 wins combined between these two clubs, only 8 losses. This year, same story, 24 wins, only 7 losses between the two teams. I mean, the team we saw at Whitehall last year, that was an elite regional contending team that just dropped a game out of nowhere.
Yep.
They were 22-0 heading in, and Spring Lake. Then again, Spring Lake has had their number in the postseason for many years now. If there's any team that could have did it, it was Spring Lake, and they did that. But Whitehall coming in this year, 13-3. Most miraculous thing, they have played on the road, I believe, overall this year. Out of those 16 games, 12 of them on the road. They have been road warriors. They played at Rockford last night. They played as well against Ludington not too long ago, also at Ludington in that tough gym. They won 83-56. That was the game we were following on Friday night. They've only played 2 home games since December 10th, Montague and Mona Shores, not too long ago. So they're used to being on the road. That's not a thing that is very much uncommon to them. But the thing that will be curious is the back-to-backs. They haven't played some of those back-to-backs. The Cardinals, we've had it twice, right? Fremont going to White Cloud, and even further back, Reed City to Kennewa Hills.
Yep.
And so we'll see how Big Rapids responds, especially with the fresh legs compared to Whitehall. But the notable thing for Whitehall, everybody knows this team can score.
Yes.
66 points per game offensively, 52 given up. The Cardinals are better defensively at 47.9, but only score about 58. So that is the difference in margin as far. But for Whitehall, they got some freak athletes that can score the basketball. And the number one emphasis tonight has got to be the Cardinals laying it down on the defensive end.
Yeah, you got to find a way to stop, first and foremost, stopping Camden Thompson, a Western Michigan football basketball commit. Those words coming out of my mouth, I don't know if it's possible. Last night, even against Rockford, he scored 20 of their 36 or something. But you got to find a way to limit some of the things that he does. He's going to get his in a certain aspect, but you've got to make it difficult. You've got to make him earn every single thing tonight. But again, like you said, Road Warriors, a really, really tough group who has, been battle-tested. You've played 12 road games out of your 16. They probably feel more at home hopping on the bus and driving to places than they do actually just being in their own gym. And again, this is a team last year that beat us by 48. I think something had to do with the football game last year, ending their perfect season.
Just a little bit?
Because when we got there, we watched the freshman game. They had a full student section during the second quarter of the JV game. And not only was it full, they were practicing for the varsity game. And they had some world-class hecklers as well. They were about as good as it gets. And we got off to a slow start. And when you get off to a slow start against a team that's competing for a state title, you're going to have a bad time. And we did, hence losing by 48. This is a battle-tested group. They're about as good as it comes. Lost to Rockford last night, played their starters a lot of minutes too. So that's something to watch out. How are they going to be able to deal with Big Rapids' press? How are they going to be able to deal with, playing late into the fourth quarter if it's a ball game? So we're going to see here a really, really, really well-coached team, a powerhouse right now in the state of Michigan, especially in West Michigan. But did graduate a lot of key contributors last year. But again, they have their workhorse, probably the best player in West Michigan right now in Cam Thompson.
It's going to be fun to see how the Cardinals counteract who is a fantastic player in Camden Thompson. We'll continue our pregame show here after these words. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball only on WBRN.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS, anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder focus, education-based. Let's go Cards.
Your car is less of a car nowadays, more of a computer, full of gizmos and cameras, even in your windshield. That glass is loaded with sensors and cameras that interact with the environment, other vehicles, and on and on. So when you have to replace your windshield, you also need to recalibrate those cameras and sensors. Enter A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. A1 not only expertly replaces your windshield, they also recalibrate those sensors so your car acts like nothing ever happened. Trust the experts at A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. Visit A1GlassRC.com. A1 Auto Glass, clearly your best choice.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa-certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here courtside pregame coverage just about 12 minutes before we have opening tip-off here in Cardinal Arena. Big thanks to those, whether you are tuning in on the app with us, WBRN mobile app. You can get in the App Store, Google Play, as well as Apple. You can also stream online, WBRN.com, if you're in the stands with us as well. Bonus points for you because it is as great of an experience. You know, you go back to the days where you go to Comerica Park, what was formerly known as Tiger Stadium, right? You'd be able to take Ernie Harwell with you. You can even take, at this point, or how good he has been. Dan Dickerson with you as well. It's just such a great experiment. So bonus points to you, but if you're ever away from a radio dial, 1460 AM 96.5, you can get us on the go, wherever you go, at WBRN.com and the mobile app. We'll get back into the Dazos Digital stat breakdown here of Whitehall. We'll get to our coaches' corner here in just a moment. But obviously, looking at these two teams, right, statistically, Whitehall with the offensive edge, Big Rapids statistically better defensively, and that's going to be a big emphasis part here. But we look especially, Blake, with this district, right? District 35 is one of the toughest districts, if not the toughest district in Division II. When you got teams like Ludington, you got teams like Hart that are consistently good. Fremont is a tough out no matter what the record is every single year in personnel. Reed City the same way. This year, obviously, Newaygo being added in, so we see them over Chip Hills. And no disrespect to Chip Hills, but that makes it harder for Big Rapids and other opponents. Right now, Ludington's the number 1 seed as of today, 546 in MPR. Big Rapids is number 2, just barely. Hart is 3rd. The separation is 1,000th of a point. In terms of standings, if you look at NFL, NBA, right, you look at the games back, that is about the margin of a quarter of a game back, right? Yep. They are on the heels, one slip up, and Big Rapids will be playing on Monday night and not get the bye. Good news, Hart has a less tough strength of schedule going the rest of the way, less MPR points available. The Big Rapids Cardinals have the opportunity with games like Grant. Obviously, tonight is massive, playing a 602 MPR being Michigan Power rating team in Whitehall. But this is a big opportunity for them to propel themselves going forward into the rivalry game on Friday, into next week on the road, especially at Newaygo, the place where the district will be hosted. But right now, this is a big opportunity. While you're going to get the points regardless of the result, it's the substance that can show how well can this team play in the district. We're going to find out against Whitehall tonight. Yeah, well, you think about, especially with the Hart and Ludington, they're playing in a different league that, I'm going to be honest, is probably more competitive than the CSAA. They just have bigger schools, better players. Anytime you have a Ludington and a Whitehall in the same conference, that's an absolutely loaded conference. I don't care who else is in it necessarily. But then you've got Muskegon Oak Ridge, who's playing very well at the moment. You've got Hart, who's playing really well at the moment in the lower division of, I'm not sure what that conference is, the West Michigan League or something. Yep. But also you have North Muskegon in that league, who's as good a Division III in the entire state right now. So those teams are battle tested. And that's why you see, Ludington's 8-8 right now, but their MPR is at 546 because the teams that they play. And right now the CSAA is struggling a little bit, especially in the bottom 3 through 6. Most of those teams in the CSAA are at 500 or below. So that's where you kind of see. And the weird thing with the MPR is you have the opponent's winning percentage, the opponents of opponents' winning percentage. So you never really know how it's going to shake out until it's literally being drawn on that Sunday when you wake up. Right. So every little point, whether it's, a quarter of a point, matters. So this is why this is going to be a big help playing a Whitehall team with a 602, and they're just only going to continue to go up because of the teams they've played. So if the Cardinals can find a way to just, win out the rest of their games, way easier said than done, but possible, right? You can see them even jumping Ludington, but at least securing that 2 seed, getting that bye where you won't have to deal with Ludington until the Friday night of a district final. And at that point, all bets are off. Each team only gets 1 day to really prepare, and that changes a lot of things. So this one, you get points regardless, like you said, but you want to be able to, they beat Ludington by 27 the other night. You want to send a message to Ludington and Hart that, we're here, we can compete with these guys, and we are better than you are, so watch out. And look for the Cardinals to try and prove something like that tonight. Absolutely. And with that, we will send it to the Coach's Corner. Assistant Coach Jason Kostecki on the matchup with Whitehall, the win last Friday night, as well as what they need to do to get a W tonight from practice, for preparation, and in the final huddle in the locker room against the Vikings here tonight. All right, joined by assistant coach Jason Kostecki and coach, obviously, Whitehall here tonight. A massive matchup. We've already talked so much about this game, but let's talk about Friday here first. Tri-County on the road. Guys got out to a quick start, put the pedal on the gas pedal, and really got out to a big lead. Let it slip away a little bit, early parts of the third quarter, but then you guys made a huge surge out of that third quarter timeout. What was the biggest key for you guys to make that turnaround, and what were the coaches saying in the huddle to get everybody back defensively?
Yeah, we started out really, really well, and then we went through that lull, that, the Big Rapids lull, I guess we can call it, that where we have a 4-minute stretch where we just do not play very good basketball. We don't get back in transition. We take some shots that maybe aren't the best. So, we just kind of calmed everybody back down, said get back to what worked, and then, we went on that run, and it sparked with great defense, and then we got out in transition, and that really turned the game around, there in the later part of the third quarter.
Absolutely. Putting up 77, one of the high marks you guys have seen in quite a few weeks, and you called your shot with Liam McLaughlin as one of the top players and top scorers. What was the biggest key for you guys seeing the scoring, not only as a team, but you have guys that are all in double figures, Ty, Gabe, Liam, Cole, all in double figures, everybody contributing off the bench. I mean, how important was that with the game plan, being able to see all of those guys each score almost double figures across the board?
Yeah, we've kind of harped a lot over the course of the last 2 weeks of sharing the ball, making that extra pass, getting guys open to take that easier shot, right? It's always easier to make that extra pass, get a good look at the basket, and then that shot with a little bit more confidence. At times we get stagnant offensively, one pass, and we're shooting the ball. We're not looking to, reverse to the weak side. And I thought we did that really, really well on Friday. Like you said, we had 4 guys in double figures. I thought Leon played just a really good, solid game. And I think, one of the big keys to that game is Gabe Njenga. He had 10 points. I was looking at his stats today before I sent him over to you. I think he had 9 rebounds. He had 5 assists, 5 steals, a block shot. So, that's a pretty good, solid game out of him. And he does that. We're going to get out of Cole consistently, and Liam continues to stay in that, even 10 to 14 range. We're going to be pretty successful down the stretch.
Absolutely. And Whitehall being in town here tonight, a massive matchup on the varsity side, as well as the JV freshman games. It'll be a great night of basketball. When it comes to what you guys see from Whitehall, obviously going to their place last year, tough sledding the entirety of that game. What do you guys see maybe in comparison to last year's team that this year's Whitehall team represents, and maybe little things they different as far as what you guys are looking for?
Yeah, they're as athletic as we've seen. They're going to be as tall as we've seen. They're going to shoot the ball and defend as well as we've seen. Just a really, really good, solid ball club. Obviously, they have one of the best players in the state of Michigan at Camp Thompson, a Division I Western Michigan commit. So they're going to be good, and these are the games that, you want to play here down the stretch. They got 3 losses, one last night to Rockford that handled them pretty good. But again, it's Rockford, and they have, quite a few more kids. So we're looking forward to the challenge. We're going to have to play consistent and pretty much error-free in all facets of the game to compete. But I think the kids are up for the challenge. We worked on it yesterday, and I think they're excited for it. So I think the community is excited for it. I got, people talking to me the last couple of days that saying, hey, we'll see you tomorrow, that haven't been to a game all year because they want to see the real deal in Whitehall and how we match up to them. And hopefully we can give a pretty good show tonight.
Absolutely. With that, obviously, Coach, a little bit more pressure than last week. You called your shot last week, so I'll give you the chance again. Who's going to be the individual that you think, based on what Whitehall presents and that based on how they've played in practice, that might have a big night tonight against the Vikings?
Yeah, this is an interesting one, but I am going to go, and my gut is telling me that Gabe's going to have a day today. I think he is set to go off. I think he's up for one of those primetime games to really show his stuff and show that he can play with the best of them, because I believe he can do that, and I think he has the game tonight.
Cool. Before you go, Coach, thanks for joining us. Keys to win tonight against Whitehall. What do you guys got to do to get the W?
Tonight, the biggest thing for us is we got to defend. Whitehall likes to get out in transition. They attack the basket and shoot the ball well. We have got to stay with our guys. We've got to defend and really not overthink it, right? It's a game. It's an easy game when you stay to your principles and what we've been working on all year, but we stay consistent. We play defense. We're going to at least put ourselves in a game in the final 3 minutes to win or be right there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach Kostecki, and good luck tonight.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. We'll see you there.
There you have it. Thanks to assistant coach Jason Kostecki for joining us here in Coach's Corner. And I do like the way that Jason put it for picking Gabe. Many people, casual fans, will probably say, oh, that's a cop-out answer, best play. But for Gabe, this is a personal mission. If you're going to play collegiate basketball, you're playing against a team that has collegiate-bound players, especially 23 in red and Cam Thompson, which we'll get to in the starting lineup. So he's going to have a big game tonight for sure to prove that he can play on that level. But Blake, we'll swing it to you. Obviously, Coach Kostecki mentioning defense. For your perspective, what are you looking at tonight the Cardinals need to do to shake things up and try to beat the Vikings?
You have got to limit turnovers and value every single possession tonight. Because every possession is going to be so important because of how good Whitehall is. You know, they're a team that's trying to compete for a state title here. So if you can value each possession, and then like Coach Kostecki said, you got to get back in transition. You can't let them get out and run. But last year, they mixed defenses a little bit, played a matchup zone, played some man. Got to be more prepared for that. And just make your bunnies. We missed a ton of little bunnies last year. So value every possession. Get back in transition. And you've got to convert on the bunnies when you get them because they are few and far between against this team.
26% last year from the floor against Whitehall.
Ugh.
That's not going to get the job done. But 50% on Friday, that might get the job done. We'll wait and see. We'll be back for our starting lineups presented by Big Rapids Little League after these words. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball. Only one place, WBRN.
American Legion Post 98 Baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gielchak, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rickoff, and Brody Osowski return along with Noego's Russell Toft, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzger, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Old and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
Hey, it's Ben with Sam's Disposal with some garbage etiquette for you. While not required, it's always best when you bag your trash. Sam's Disposal can take bagless trash, but bagless trash can leave a mess on a windy day. Please clear a space around your cans so we can get to your trash fast. That includes snow, leaves, bodies, or whatever. Please don't let your dogs help us take out the trash. While we know they're just trying to help, dogs have not evolved into helping take out trash. Whether you want to follow these suggestions or not, it's up to you. But when you want your trash reliably, consistently, and all the time removed, call Sam's Disposal at 231-796-2952.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, maintenance and repairs on your vehicle are done by techs who have the training, the tools, and digital diagnostics to do it right. Call or make your appointment online today. Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
You're listening to News Radio WBRN, 1460 AM, 107.7 FM, and 96.5 FM. A part of the Big Rapids Media Network, and your home for Big Rapids Cardinal basketball.
A beautiful rendition of our nation's anthem, and we are ready for basketball. Little League starting lineups honors tonight a new man on the mic. It's Mark Brecka bringing us our starting five for the Whitehall Vikings and the Big Rapids Cardinals.
And now, fans, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game between the Whitehall Vikings and your Big Rapids Cardinals. First, the visiting Vikings. A junior, number 1, Hunter Osborne. Another junior forward, number 10, Corday Anderson. A senior guard, number 13, Finn Muller. Another senior, number 23, a guard, Camden Thompson. And another senior guard, number 24, Brock Morningstar. Vikings are coached by Christian Subden, assistant coach Matt Shepard, team manager Sam Shepard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Big Rapids Cardinals. Starting at guard, number 2, Jairus Moten, a senior. A junior guard, number 3, Cole Heist. Junior forward, number 4, Liam McLaughlin. Another senior forward, number 24, Gabe Njenga. And a senior center, number 43, Ty Gilchek. Cardinals head coach by Ken Ingalls, assisted by Jessica Heiss and Jason Kostecki.
There you have it, our Little League starting lineups. Thanks to Mark Brecka for having the honors this evening. We got 5 aside. We got 3 officials. We have an orange ball that mounts to the proper height. 10-foot rims on either side of over 80 feet of hardwood. 2 of the best teams in West Michigan all ready to duke it out here tonight. Cardinals and Vikings in non-conference action. Tip is up. Cardinals win it, and we are underway here from Big Rapids. Cole Heist will set him up on the left wing. Cardinals will start offensively, being pestered immediately as Cole goes across for Moten, trying to see if he can get some offense going. He had, I believe, 6 points against Tri-County. Very efficient, 3 of 5 from the floor. He's got it over now for Njenga. Njenga driving. Oh, and a foul is called, and it's going to go against Whitehall. It looks like Finn Mueller was trying whatever he could to stay with Gabe. If he would have had that foul not called, he would have seen that defender flying, and he would have pulled that one up for an open mid-range jumper.
Yeah, Whitehall's doing a good job of switching just about everything right now. The way that they're communicating, doing a really good job with it. Let's see how the Cardinals handled this.
Nice catch from Liam, seeing his receiver skills on the gridiron this past fall. They played the Vikings in the district final. Vikings won by, I believe it was 10, and now the Big Rapids Cardinals are trying for revenge. Gabe, size up, mid-range on the way, in and out, no good. Confident shot, plucked down the miss. This time it's the man, Cam Thompson. He'll give it off to his guard and Finn Mueller.
Cam Thompson's first rebound of the game has had 25-plus in a game before. He cleans up the boards better than anybody you're going to see in high school basketball.
Speaking of 23, he'll skip it to the corner. Gabe denying down low. Him and Anderson going at it, a miss. There's Thompson, put back. That one's no good, and Gabe pulls down the miss. Great job from 24, an extremely clean rebound here in the first minute. 6:48 in the first. Cole driving, floats it up. Great shot, but missed it just a bit long. Ty Gilchek with the offensive rebound. Great hustle from 43 in white. Now here's Gabe. Gabe off for Moten. Moten trying to drive downhill. Skip over for McLaughlin. Dives down low. Tries the kick pass to Gabe. Nice reversal. Heist from the top. In and out, no good. It was a great look and just bounced its way out. That's great offense from the Cardinals. Wide open look, and Cole makes that at a big clip. And a turnover the other way. Thompson was looking for his man in the corner. I believe that was Osborne, and that's a turnover. Cardinals will get the basketball back.
Yeah, just a little the Whitehall Vikings not playing with a ton of energy right now. They do look tired from last night playing, one of the best teams in Division I in Rockford.
Heist, handoff for Gabe. Gabe going down the hill, stops at the short corner, now gives it off for Ty. Open for mid-range, he'll fire. In and out again, no good. Cardinals can't get the lid off the rim in the first 2 minutes. Great open looks, shots just not falling. Whitehall will walk it across. Big thanks to A1 Auto Glass. Chips and cracks in your windshield are no bueno. They can fix your windshield on the spot with mobile service. A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. 3-second call. Whitehall was just trying to set up the offense, and an unforced error once again. This time the big man didn't leave the paint.
Yeah, Cardinals playing a boxing one. They're not letting Cam Thompson get the ball. Jairus Moten's got the honors of chasing him around everywhere. Cardinals battling right now.
Liam will hold. Moten wants it. Had it poked away for a second. Got it back at the top. Reversal over for Ty. Trying to get it down low. Cole makes one man miss. Now here's Moten on a kick out. Back up top. Rotate. McLaughlin! Yes! Big time 3-ball. McLaughlin picks up right where he left off. 18 against Tri-County, and he's got the first bucket of the ball game. 3-0 here. 5:15 to go. Cardinals lead it early. The bench is getting into it here for Big Rapids. A great sign to see. Here's Thompson, goes down the hill, tries to find a man, does, blocked by Gilchek. great defensive effort from Ty and swats that one away from Anderson.
Great energy by the Cardinals to start this one, executing perfectly on both sides, patient on the offensive end, stifling defensively. Couldn't have asked for a better first 3 minutes.
Big thanks to Post 98 Baseball. Community support including Hamtech, SMC Electric, Brown's Barbershop, Chuck and Merides, and Big Country 100.9, a proud supporter of Cardinal basketball. Inside, back to Anderson. Swatted by Njenga. He sent him back again. His second block of the night. Ty also has 3 in the first 4 minutes for the Cards. Gilcheck cutting, backs in, looks for a rotate, gets it back to Jerice on the right wing. Picked up by Thompson. He'll give it off now for McLaughlin. Whitehall working in a man-to-man. Man open. It's Gabe for 3. Wide to the right. Bounces out of play. It'll be Whitehall basketball. 4:29 to go here in the first. Only 3-0. Coach Yostecki mentioned it in Coach's Corner. Defense. And so far, both teams playing some defense. Cardinals, though, got a lot of open looks in the open minutes. Whitehall just doesn't seem to have gotten in the car yet, let alone to get their foot on the pedal.
Yeah, Big Rapids matches up reasonably well against Whitehall. Their size is bothering them. Gabe is as good an athlete as anybody you're going to see. Ty's always in the right place. So the Big's really bothering Whitehall right now.
Morningstar, who was banged up in that Rockford game yesterday, in the starting lineup today, as you mentioned, Blake. Gives it off now, rotate around the horn in the corner. Here's Mueller down the hill, finds a man in the corner, shot fake. Morningstar back up top. The lefty will fire at the top, in and out, bounce around, no good, loose ball. Whitehall has it for the time being. They do get it out. It's a good look there from Osborne. He's got it up top again, thought about another one. Good deflection from Heiss. Long ball on the way, no good in and out. Osborne battling for it. McLaughlin's got it. He's now out and running. 2-on-1, had it stripped out of bounds. They'll keep the basketball with 3:34 to go in the quarter. I'll tell you what, Whitehall on the boards, they're everywhere. So the Cardinals are going to have to block out if they continue this intensity for the remainder of this contest. You got guys down there in Thompson and Anderson that are relentless on the glass. Good roll screen here for Ty. He's double teamed. Tries to find McLaughlin's picked off. Great read there by Osborne. Saw that play develop and picked it off.
That's one where Ty's coming off that curl. He's just got to catch and shoot that. It's a little 7-footer. But again, 3-0. You'll take this as the Cardinals doing a great job on this side of the floor.
Kick out into the corner. Thought about it. Great closeout from Cole Heiss. Mid-range instead. Off the back heel, no good. Thompson tried to grab it. Knocked out of his hands by Heiss into the hands of Njenga. Gabe back off to Cole. He's going to serve over to the right wing. Swaying with the ball in his mitts. Gives it off for McLaughlin. Off the screen from Gilcheck. Tries to find Moten. Does. Moten for Gabe. Gabe trying to spin. Lost it. Out of bounds. Off of his knee. It will be Whitehall basketball with 2:50 to go in the opening quarter. Big thanks to Dezos Digital. Get your business in front of potential customers on their TV. Dezos can be in places like Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, and even live sports. Visit DezosDigital.com for more. Whitehall will bring it across. Cardinals defensively will show a man-to-man, but a boxing one. It looks like
one again.
Might as well with Cam Thompson. He's got the rock. Nice pass down low, but it's picked off, and Gilcheck is fouled. And he's in a little bit of pain, too, on the floor. The foul is going to go against Anderson. 2:35 to go, and Ty is wincing in pain right now. Looked like he got tangled up on that rebound. Not a great sign, as Ty will be tended to. Athletic trainer, I should say. Jess Van Trustenberg will take a look at her, and we will step aside here for a commercial break right here on WBR.
Your car is less of a car nowadays and more of a computer, full of gizmos and cameras, even in your windshield. That glass is loaded with sensors and cameras that interact with the environment, other vehicles, and on and on. So when you have to replace your windshield, you also need to recalibrate those cameras and sensors. Enter A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. A1 not only expertly replaces your windshield, they also recalibrate those sensors so your car acts like nothing ever happened. Trust the experts at A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. Visit A1GlassRC.com. A1 Auto Glass, clearly your best choice.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, we make it super easy to schedule your appointment or to find money-saving coupons for maintenance and repair. Just visit QualityCarAndTruckRepair.com. Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Gilcheck is off. Belvin is on. He is still being tended to by the athletic training staff over in the bench area. We'll keep an eye on him. Going to be a big-time step-up role needed for Belvin, who will be in there for Ty, who had a great first 5 minutes in this ballgame. Belvin with it as Mitz gives off for McLaughlin. They'll reverse it around. Cole's going to stall the offense out for a play call. Moten back to Cole on the top, defended heavily by Osborne. They get it to the corner. Njenga looks down low, going to drive. Short corner, pulls up the mid-range. In and out, no good again.
Damn.
Clean look for Gabe. He's had 3 of those, all bouncing in and out of the cylinder. Whitehall will look to counter, moves it around the horn. Thompson's in the corner. Morningstar, kick out, open man, Osborne for 3, front iron, put back by Thompson. Man, he could have dunked that, but instead just put it off the window. First bucket for the Vikings, took 6 minutes, 3-2 in favor of the Cardinals, 1:39 to go in the first 8 minutes. Gabe sizing up, looking against Anderson. Moten tries to drive, crossover, floater. Oh, just short. It was a clean look from Moten, took it immediately. Whitehall looks to counter. Euro flips it up, bouncing no good. Battling for it are the Vikings, and both of them touched it there, fighting over the same rebound. Morningstar and Anderson bounces out of play. It will be Cardinal basketball. All timeouts are presented by Moda. Rides to and from Wellness. Moda provides reliable transportation for medical appointments as far as 100 miles. Visit modaonline.net for more. Lamb will hold, ticking towards the 60-second remaining mark here in the first quarter. Cardinals with a very small but a very emphatic lead, 3-2 here in the first frame. Njenga, mid-range again, wide right. Belvin's battling for it, not going to get the foul call on the putback. Whitehall will run. Thompson will give it off here. He has not touched the basketball very much in the first 8. Firing in transition, no good. There's Thompson on the miss against Moten. Looks, puts up, scores, and the foul. I'll take blame for that one. Jinxed it right off the shoot. There's Thompson on the glass, and he's got a chance for a 3-point play.
You know, interesting philosophy I see here, though, is Cam Thompson's a guy who they're not running a whole lot for. They're just asking him, hey, go get rebounds and putbacks. I think maybe 1 or 2 times they've entered the ball into the post to him, but he's just gone out and got these 2 buckets. It looks like frustration maybe. I'm sure Whitehall's not used to only scoring 4 points in the first 7 minutes and 14 seconds.
Free throw is good from Thompson, and he is going to take a breather in the bench area for the final 46 seconds. He will be relieved. First time we've saw Cy Black, the senior, will check in. And especially with that thought, I think you're right, Blake. It's a Mustang. You don't want to fence him in. You want him to play freely, do what he does, and that's a very interesting coaching philosophy indeed, and that shows how he is so successful. Here's Drew Heiss now just checking into the ball game for McLaughlin. Gives off to his brother Cole. Cole at the top, 27 seconds, 5-3 lead in favor of Whitehall here in the first. Gives off for Gabe. Gabe will try to go to work again. Spinning, downhill. Great look. Oh, but off the hands of Belvin. He was underneath. And just when Gabe had hit those couple of shots, or almost hit those couple of shots, got a lot of that attention. Open dump off, just missed the hands of Belvin.
Yeah, maybe take a little bit off of the pass there, but, I like the idea. He did that several times against Tri-County, attacked the paint and just made an easy dump pass to one of his teammates. As Cam Thompson's checked back in with the ball.
He has it now in his mitts. Moten will have the honors against him. Trying to skip pass. Great one. Corner on the way. Way long. Moten grabs the miss. 2 seconds. Chance to huck it. Cole on the way. Oh, we almost hit it. Man, that was close to being a 6-5 game. Instead, Whitehall leads it after 1, but not by much. 5-3 in favor of the Vikings after 1 quarter of play. We'll step aside. More basketball coming up next right here on WBRN.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit motaonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
I'm Patty Jackson. I'm a physician assistant. I work for Michigan Primary Care Partners. My dad was basically sick all of his life. A lot of his treatment was down in the greater Detroit area. I got into healthcare because I wanted to help my community and help bridge that gap between patients who need healthcare coverage in these rural areas. I see my dad in almost every patient that I see. Michigan Primary Care Partners is accepting new patients for same-day and next-day appointments. For more information, visit MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
Welcome back here. Second quarter action from Whitehall here on News Radio WBRN. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you right off the catch and fires and scores. Whitehall only got 5 up in the first 8 minutes. Takes them 20 seconds to get over half that. A 3 ball is down there for the Vikings off of the fingertips there of Morningstar, and a foul is called, and it's on Morningstar. He's a little shaken up here. Looks like Gabe was going up to that mid-range, which he's been pretty dialed in. Decides it not going in the basket. In and out on his last 3 tries. It looked like he might have caught Morningstar in the face on the way up.
He definitely did. Morningstar just took an elbow to the face. What a tough kid just to keep playing after hitting that triple. Kudos to him. Good move by Gabe, though. I like the aggressiveness. Brock Morningstar, unfortunately, on the end of Gabe's sharp elbow there.
Gabe backing, spinning, floating. Off the back iron, no good. Thompson pulls down the miss. Gabe still looking for his first bucket from the mid-range. Thompson, a no-look pass and a beauty to the corner. In and out. Gabe with the miss on the boards. Extremely clean rebound again. McLaughlin out and running. Finds Drew in transition. Drew, handoff. Liam almost lost his footing. Kept the basketball over to Belvin. Belvin towards the elbow. Skip pass back to Cole. Long 3. Back heel no good. Pulled down by the Vikings. Shots just not quite falling for the Cardinals yet. Thompson gives off. Open man is Morningstar. And he got another. 11-3 Vikings, 6:47 to go here in the half.
Last year, Brock Morningstar was not a starter for the Whitehall Vikings. Came off the bench for them and scored 17. Think he hit 5 triples. As good a shooter as you're going to see, cannot leave him open.
Heist hands off to his brother, Drew. At the free throw line. Pump fake. Tries to pass. Picked off. Good read. Morningstar behind his back. Looks up. Finds a man. Osborne runs out of room. Flips it up. Scored it anyway. Tough angle and a timeout taken by Coach Ingles. 8-0 run to start the second for the Vikings. We'll take a Moda timeout. Back with more basketball here on WBRN.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS, anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here. Do have an injury update. Gilchek is taped up, and he's going to try to give it a go here. We'll see when he comes back into the ball game right now. 6:19 to go in the half. Big thanks goes out to Mike Oil and Propane. Right now, that net is heating up at one side of the floor. And, of course, you can keep your home heated all winter long with Michael Oil and Propane. Big thanks also to Schuberg Insurance Agency, our three-point sponsor here this evening. A three-pointer with auto, home, and life insurance. Gabe hesitates, fires a mid-range, in and out again. He cannot buy a bucket here in the first couple minutes. Great looks, just not dropping. Whitehall will now bring it across the timeline.
Yeah, you can't tell him not to take that shot. That's his bread and butter. It's tough.
Count the bump and the bucket for Cam Thompson. About nothing you could do if you're Liam McLaughlin there. He tried to stay with him, but Thompson coming in, right, looking at the same height, eye level as Gabe Njenga, right around, 6'6", 6'7".
Yep.
McLaughlin, he's a tall kid, but he just does not have the ability to contest against Thompson. Three-point play opportunity and conversion for Thompson. It was once 5-3, now it is 16-3 in favor of the Vikings.
The set that Whitehall just ran, so simple, just a pass and then just a cut straight through the middle. The Cardinals got to find a way to jump to the ball to take that away. That's a set that I see them run and they get dunks out of all the time for Thompson.
Moten will await at the table. McLaughlin over for Cole. Cole on the top trying to get somewhere and will draw a foul. With 5:31 to go, it'll be a foul on 4, this time in red as opposed to white. That's going to go to Evan Thomas, the junior. No relation, I would assume, to Blake Thomas to my left. Jerice Moten is in. Drew Heist is off here with that last substitution. Gabe is open. Will fire! That one front iron, no good. Gabe is still looking for that first jumper to fall, despite over 7 open looks. Counter for Whitehall. Thompson, contested 3. Got it. Man, he's tough to guard inside and out, and he shows delay of game on the floor. Ball knocked away from the official. We'll step aside, station identification here on the Big Rapids Radio Network.
You're listening to WBRN 1460 AM at 96.5 FM.
Gabe will get the basketball back here. 5:04 to go in the half, 19-3. Gabe almost had it ripped, gives it off for McLaughlin. McLaughlin pestered there by Morningstar on the top. Looks over for Moten. Moten now looks to drive, goes downhill, looks for a long pass. Cole catches it over towards the sideline, off a screen. Cole backing into the post, looks, spins, puts it up, no good. Belvin battling for it, into the hands of Thompson. Baseball pass ahead, here comes Whitehall. 2-on-1, Euro step off the window, no good. Belvin plucks off the miss. Good confident rebound from Lamont. Cardinals still trying to get that basket open. Had an early bucket go, but since then have been held in check. Gabe with it against Morningstar. Spinning, floating, scoring! There it is. Beautiful bucket from Gabe. A long drought is over, courtesy of that nice floater. Thompson now will counter.
Just got notification that Ty will not be returning tonight.
Off the front iron, no good. And that will be out of bounds. It will go the Cardinals' direction. That's unfortunate for the Cardinals. So Lamont Belvin now will have extended minutes, and we'll maybe see Isaac Wilhelm as well, maybe off the bench down low. That's unfortunate, as he was going to try to give it a go, and it looks like he's not able to do so. Michigan Primary Care Partners, an injury report. Sponsor for us here. If you ever need some injuries, if you need to get some assistance with helping get healed, trust Michigan Primary Care Partners, a proud sponsor of Cardinal basketball. Moten into the corner, back from McLaughlin, tries to go off the dribble drive, down the hill, left hand, too strong. Belvin makes the miss, goes up, off the front rim, no good. Baseball pass, Gabe intercepts it on the catch, just took it away. Transition over for Cole, fires a three. That one backheel wide to the right. Battle for the rebound, out of play, and it will stay with Big Rapids. Substitute coming in, Cordy Anderson will make his way back on for Whitehall. Thomas will give way to the bench area. And here for Whitehall, Coach Subden has done a great job with that program. You can see it. 16 games, 13 wins this year. 22 out of 23 they won last year. 17 out of 23 the year before. Consistent winners they are at Whitehall basketball program. Trying to catch it, Gabe. Oh, and he lost it. Trying to go down to make the catch. Open layup. Oh, and a miss, but they get the putback. Cardinals not able to make the transition play. And so Gabe's got to throw it in here to Moten. He's got to get it across, and they will do so. Open man in the corner, Cole for a second. He's going to think otherwise on taking the three. Rotate up top here for Gabe. Gabe looking to get his get back. On the little bit of a step back. Going to float it anyway. That one is short. Belvin's battling for it, saves it. Right to the Vikings, however. Bad pass leads to slow transition for the time being. Thompson looking for a pass, knocked away, and it will be Cardinal basketball. That pass was headed in a hurry there for Anderson. Almost too much there from Thompson, I would say. You could have floated that one there down low, but instead tried to rifle it, and unfortunately his teammate not able to catch it.
Yeah, Cam Thompson with his fourth turnover tonight. I mean, it doesn't necessarily negate his 11 points and 7 rebounds already, but I'd like to see him take care of the ball more if you're a Whitehall fan.
Over for Moten, down low. Cole wants to get it in the post. Short block, surveys, finds a man. Liam goes down the hill, back for Cole. Cole shrugs off a man. He'll drive again to the nail. Back over for McLaughlin, almost lost it. Moten now on the handoff. Moten sizing up, looking for a crossover. Still driving, looking around. He's got Liam. Liam will try to go around. Floats it, blocked by Thompson. What a hassle effort there. Up ahead in transition they go. 3-on-2 if they want it. Looking for the lob. My goodness. That was something. Thompson off the alley-oop throws it down.
With one hand. Just shows what a magnificent athlete he is. Wow.
We've seen 24 do that, but not like that. Floater from Moten is pretty. Slippery right through. String music there from Moten. That's pretty. Down low. Cordy up top. Missed it. Belvin with the rebound. Great defense from Lamont. Cardinals now. Chance for momentum. Looking for the corner. Liam is open for 3. Short iron, no good. Gabe with the rebound. Floater is short. Battle there. Thompson wins it. Baseball pass ahead. Liam not able to get back. 2-on-2. Transition 3 on the way. Back heel, no good. Underneath, floating it up, and scoring is Anderson. 25-7 in favor of Whitehall. Here with 1:16 to go in the half. Apologies for missing some of the score updates. We've got some action in front of us right now. Here's Heiss, looks to cross over against Anderson, gets to the low post, and will draw a foul. We'll see if it's either on Black or Anderson. Both of them were over there shading. It's going to go on Black, the senior. So that's going to be foul number 1 for him. 3 for the Vikings, final 65 seconds to go. Here before halftime, we'll get you the halftime report, scores around the league, and more coming up.
Hopefully the Cardinals can figure something out here on the inbounds play. It's been really easy to guard a lot of the night, just a lot of lack of movement. Good find there to Gabe. Let's see if he can finish.
Left hand, just missed it right. Little overcorrection there, spinning back to his left hand and floated to the right side of the rim. Not able to bounce it in. Struggles for Gabe despite some great looks here in the first half. Thompson against Njenga. Handoff here on the top for Mueller. Walupakin! My goodness. This kid is something else.
And that, to be totally honest, that wasn't a very good pass to him either. And he caught that thing on his way up and put it down. Again, a phenomenal athlete.
Heist, long one is good. Use the glass and everything. Sometimes those are just the looks you need to go in. 27-10, though, still Whitehall with the lead. Thompson contested 3 off the front. No good. Nobody grabs the rebound. Luckily, it bounces off of Osborne's knee. So with 16 seconds left here, very pivotal possession for the Cardinals. Can you get a bucket before the half, get some momentum? Heiss is going to let the clock roll. Now he'll bring it across. 15 seconds and ticking before halftime. Heiss on the hesitation, off for McLaughlin. McLaughlin with 10. Into the hands of Gabe. Gabe will look to go to work. Double team. Over for Liam. Had it ripped away. 4 seconds. Whitehall 2-on-1. Going up. Lays it up and lays it in at the horn. Morningstar knocks it through. Just a tough finish right there from 24 in red. Whitehall leads it at the half, 29-10. And basically, right now for the Cardinals, easy synopsis of that half. We'll get into more after the break. But right now, Whitehall just a little bit better at getting better looks and finishing. And the Cardinals just can't get the lid off the basket right now.
You know, early the Cardinals had 4 or 5 jump shots that hit every inch and didn't fall. And, you know, you play Whitehall a 5-3 first quarter, and you've got to feel good about that. And then, you know, Whitehall shows that the power that they have where they got out in transition, you know, and they executed fantastically. They had those 2 alley-oops to Thompson. You show that is what a Division I basketball player looks like. Controlled the game when he decided to flip his on switch. And this shows why Whitehall is one of the top teams in the entire state, regardless of division. They are as good a team as we've seen in this gym in a long time, at least since last year's regional final we held D1. Fantastic team. See if the Cardinals can cut it to 10 at the end of the third quarter, and then all bets are off.
We'll see what they can do. Back after this with our halftime report, scores around the league and more here on WBRN.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. A lot more.
Like?
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything. Not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it. Whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa-certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now Plane Zero.
What does JCPenney, the movie theater, Big Lots, MC Sports, and Kmart all have in common? They left you. Sam's Disposal will never leave you. Since 1990, Sam's Disposal offers flat rates, no contracts, and is making trash bagless again. That means you don't have to have your trash in a bag, but it's definitely recommended. MTBA. Our community has trusted Sam's Disposal for over 3 decades. You can trust us for at least 3 more. 231-796-2952. Sam's Disposal is simply the best. Start today.
American Legion Post 98 Baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gielczak, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rickoff, and Brody Osowski return along with Nowego's Russell Toff, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzger, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Mold and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
The Yellow Window.
Welcome to Yellow Window in Big Rapids, where local flavor meets comfort. Located just across the Maple Street Bridge, we serve your favorites all day, including breakfast. There's always something new on the menu with our daily specials. Need help for your next event? Our banquet room, catering service, and food trailer can help with all your event needs. Open Tuesday through Sunday, with extended dinner hours on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yellow Window, where every bite feels like home.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
This is Junior Cole Heist, and you're listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Halftime report. Big thanks to our great sponsors, Extremely Clean, Schuberg Insurance, Post 98 Baseball, as well as Michael Oil and Propane, Motor Macassasoa Transit Authority, as well as Sam's Disposal and Michael Oil and Propane Big Deals, Big Country Big Deals, that is, and A1 Auto Glass. Big thanks for your support. We're getting some more scores around the league for you as the band continues on here with their action. Do have some scores to report from around the area. The first, Ithaca right now leads in Remus against Chip Hills. 31-14 is the score in that one. Ithaca beat Reed City earlier in this year, which it looks like they're doing some early scouting here. Some of the coaches across the way, and Coach Walsh, I see you sitting down over there, as well as some other great coaches from around the league. Not as many games today, as well as we'll get the one from Central Montcalm and Alma here in just moments. But as well, Grant right now playing in action. Looks like they're in a good one right now.
Yeah, they're on the road at Montague, up 40-16 at halftime. So that scoring, that high-powered offense continues. Just dominating teams.
Yeah, Montague right now is a team that has shown the athleticism right in their programs. Basketball, they're really trying to continue that consistency for them. A really great program. They've competed against teams like Fremont earlier this year into some close games. The score right now here from Alma, right now what looks to be a packed gymnasium for that game there against Central Montcalm. Still waiting for the camera to pan over. But before we do that, obviously, Blake, right now, first half analysis. Cam Thompson was very much not in the game for the first quarter, but boy, did he show up in the second. Right now, looking on the board, 15 points. He's got almost a double-double through a half. This kid's as good as advertised. The Cardinals have got some open looks. They just haven't been falling right now this year shooting. They've been right around that 42%, 28.5% from three. And right now, that number is just really low for the amount of high percentage open looks that they just haven't gotten to go in the hole, despite hitting almost every single centimeter of the cylinder in the first half.
Yeah, you can't be upset with the shots that they've taken. They've gotten the paint. They've taken some good-looking mid-range jump shots. They've taken some open triples that are good shots that you're, as a coach, you're not going to say, stop taking those shots. They just haven't fallen. It's just one of those weird nights where, like you said, every centimeter of the cylinder is being hit by the ball, and it's popping out. And then you can't let Camden Thompson get some momentum going like he did. He's got 15 points, 9 rebounds unofficially right now. And I compare his motor to a Ferrari. He just doesn't stop. And he's so well fine-tuned as an athlete. He does a lot of really nice things, and he's a load to handle, and we knew that. So, as the Cardinals, you had a great first quarter. You hold them to 5 points. You love that, right? Defensively, you did what you're supposed to do, but there's a couple things that you've got to worry about as well. Not having Ty Gilcheck changes a whole lot of things for a couple of reasons. Coach Ingles runs a lot of his stuff through Ty. Ty is probably the best passer on the team, especially the best passing big man we've seen in a while. And not having him, that takes away the element of being able to play inside out, because Lamont's a guy who doesn't do it a ton, and Gabe plays a lot of his minutes on the perimeter. So you've got to find a way to continue to get open looks and score the ball. But also, you've got to get back in transition, and you've got to find a way to not only limit Camden Thompson, but, Brock Morningstar, a heck of a player. He's gotten off a little bit. And just like the little things that'll drive a coach nuts. The one possession where a steal is made because Gabe falls over and nobody gets back. Kid misses a layup, and then a Whitehall player able to get an easy rebound. And those are things that can sway the momentum of a game. If you get that rebound and turn it and score on the other end, that's a 4-point swing. You've got your momentum. Got to do the little things better in the second half. But, first and foremost, you got to be able to put the ball in the hole, and that's got to be the focus right now.
Maybe it's just getting to this rim. Maybe that's all the difference. We know Cardinals have had some good second halves this year. Tri-County on the road, they put up 22 to start the second half. Last week, 14 here against Chip Hills to really run away with that one, putting the foot to the pedal. 16 against White Cloud in some of those frames. We'll see what they have in mind. Big thanks to Dazos Digital, Big Rapids Daily News, The Rundown, Mornings with Etch on Big Country 100.9, as well as Morning Rush with Aaron on Y102. Red Wings Hockey is on WBRN, actually later tonight. You can catch that coverage starting at 9:45 with Ken Cal and Paul Woods there from the Motor City in Hockeytown, as well as WBRN 10-minute school closing guarantee, which it sounds like, hold on for Wednesday night, folks. We might have something. I'm not going to call it right now, but just keep your ears up. We might have some things from Mother Nature in store, and we've got our officials ready. We got all 10 players ready. We will step aside for station identification, get it underway here on the Big Rapids Radio Network.
You're listening to WBRN 1460 AM at 96.5 FM.
All right, so here we go from Cardinal Arena, 29-10 as we resume in favor of the Vikings. Cardinals look for some offense despite open looks in the first half going into the second. Drew fakes a handoff, now gives it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, good pass. Cole got it blocked there. Great hustle play by Anderson. It was an open look for a second, but Anderson, that long frame, he can just get out that arm and get a piece of it as he does so that time. Nice job to get a piece of that one. Heiss had a clean look for only about a half a second. Try to get it in. They do to Gabe. Gabe, short corner, backs out, looks for Cole. Cole, pump fake. Nice one. Looks inside, off the window, just too short. Battling for it. Cole gets his own miss. Brother Drew now on the short corner, tries to pass, deflected, back to Cole. Cole floats it up and will score. Great touch, is able to drop it in right there from about 2 feet. Going the other way now, Whitehall get their first offensive possession of the half. Thompson, jab step, looks. Great find underneath. Anderson backs in. What a tough shot. Back turn to the left hand behind the glass and is able to score it. That's a tough look. Answered right back to a piece here in the first 50 seconds. Moten gives it off McLaughlin now. Defending against Thompson. He'll work with it now. Here's Drew. Drew looks downhill, floats it off the front rim. It's a great look there against Osborne. Out on the break comes Whitehall. Thompson pestered on a double team for a second. They get him to pull his dribble. Moten got a piece of it. Back up top it goes. Not going to take the three. Into the short corner. Whitehall still with this possession. Skip to the corner. Thompson back around. Good ball movement here from the Vikings. Down low, great switch from Gabe there on the short corner. Whitehall will back it out. Long three on the way. Back heel, battle for the rebound, tip, and it will stay with Whitehall there on that end as we have 6:33 to go in the third quarter. 7:40 Eastern Standard Time here if you're just joining us here this Tuesday evening. Pleasure to have you with us here on WBRN. Right now for Whitehall, they're moving the ball around really well, but the Cardinals are matching that movement defensively, staying in front of guys pretty well. They might force a turnover here. Through the wickets of McLaughlin. Now he's got his mitts on it. Great job off the inbounds. They get a steal. Cardinals will get a possession here to try to score. Heist down in triple team for a second. Kick out for Liam. Good hustle by the Vikings. Liam into the corner for Drew. Drew up top, skip pass. Got a piece of it. It was Anderson trying to save it, and he did, but it's going to go all the way across backcourt. Moten's got it. Now we'll bring it across. Looks on the hesitation and draws a foul there on Camden Thompson. So Thompson will pick up his first foul. First of the half, 6:06 to go. Vikings lead it here by 19. Big thanks goes out to American Legion Post 98 Baseball, A1 Auto Glass, as well as New Horizon Landscaping for your support of Cardinal basketball. Trying to get it on the inbounds. They floated up for Moten. Moten across for McLaughlin. Open man. Drew Heist on the catch. Handoff. McLaughlin. 3 on the way. That one is short, and it bounced out of play. It will be Whitehall basketball. It's a good look from McLaughlin there, and he just looked like he tried to get it up quickly, knowing Whitehall was going to come out to contest it. Just left it a little bit short.
Yeah, Whitehall is doing a really, really good job of making everything difficult for Big Rapids so far in the second half. No clean looks. Here go Big Rapids switching up, playing that 1-3-1, going to look to trap the corners.
Thompson on the top. Osborne, no hesitation. That one is short. Gabe pulls down the miss. Cardinals going to maybe look to see if Whitehall will take a couple quick shots here in the next couple possessions, see if they can match it and make some of their own. Gabe sizing up towards the free throw line out for Cole. Great pump fake from Cole off the screen there from Njenga. Njenga trying to get out of the way. Held up for the minute. Liam down the hill. Great pass for Drew. Corner 3. Oh, back heel. Battle for the rebound. Gabe's got it. Sidestep. Corner. How about the other Heist? That one off the back heel. Same story. Moten tried to put it on the deck and had it ripped away. Great defense there down low by Morningstar. He'll walk it across here. Moten awaits him now. Handoff for Thompson. Thompson against Njenga. Crossover down the hill. Cross in. Not able to score off the window. Heist. Cole Heist, that is, on the break. Shoves off a man in Osborne. He'll reverse it. Now back towards the post. Liam will dive to the free throw line. Moten. Spot up 3. Bounces just short. Thompson grabs the miss. He'll walk it across here. Quick moving time here in the third quarter. Approaching 4:45 to go here in the third. Kick out pass, Morningstar, long 3, rattles around, no good. Offensive glass, and a put back for Anderson. Timeout taken by Whitehall. 33-12 is our score. We'll step aside here for this commercial break right here on WBRN.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit motaonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
This is Senior Gabe Njenga, and you're listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Welcome back here courtside in Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Whitehall, Big Rapids battling it out right now. Whitehall has the advantage. 33-12 is our score as we resume play here in the third quarter. Cardinals, they got a lot of open looks, just haven't been able to score. And good hustle play there by Anderson, knocks it out of play. Very much a high-motored player, as we were talking in the break, like Lamont Belvin. That is the type of player that you would love to see Lamont grow to next year, and he can do that with his skill set. And you can see right now how Whitehall is such a successful all the way around Thompson. They've got guys that hustle and make good fundamental basketball plays.
The thing that I think they do the best is they fill their roles. Everyone knows their role, and they fill it to a T. And that's 99% of the battle.
Heist from downtown, off the back heel again. The shooters right now for Big Rapids still trying to find some good looks to go down. Whitehall off the screen on the top. This is Mueller down, lost it out of bounds. It was deflected off the Cardinals. It will remain Whitehall basketball. 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. 33-12 our score in favor of the Vikings. Subs are in. It'll be Osborne and Anderson off there for Whitehall. Thomas and Black will make their way on here for the Vikings. They'll throw it in here. Morningstar inside. Thompson looks to go just to work, and he will score against Njenga. Just got him just for a half a second there on the pump fake. And now Whitehall's going to throw with some full court pressure here at the Cardinals. Gabe will try to bring it across, awaits the trap. Reversal there for Cole Heist. He's got it on the top. Moten will await there on the other side. We'll see now what Whitehall is looking at here. Almost a 2-1-2 look. Thompson at about the nail. Spinning is Gabe, fade away. No, not able to get it to fall. Baseball pass ahead in transition. Moten trying to hustle back. Great defense, offensive rebound, puts it up. That one's no good. Moten with a great hustle play. Took it 2-on-1, forced 2 minutes, but now he lost it towards the sideline. Trying to trap it, getting away now is Morningstar. Across the half-court line, Liam will pick him up here. 3 minutes to go in the third. 23-point lead here for Whitehall. Trying to add to it. Looking, Morningstar over to the corner. Great ball movement. Open look. That one wide to the right. Enough good there from Thomas. Cole Heiss will push. Through traffic now. Backs it out towards the three-point arc. Hands off for Drew. Switch defense again for Whitehall. Over for Moten now. Moten over to McLaughlin, right wing, looking down low. Trying to get Gabe something to go here. Trying to see if he can snap to the ball. Heiss, double team. They get it down to Drew. Drew backs it out. Liam for 3 on the top. No good. Missed that one left out of bounds. It will be Whitehall basketball. Westerland, the sophomore, will check in for Coach Subden. He will take off Morningstar, who's been very busy here in the first 5.5 minutes of this third quarter. He's been a great player for them tonight. I believe in the book right now he had just right around 12 before he came out. That's a really fine player for Whitehall.
Yeah, he does a little bit of everything. He's their floor general, gets them in spots where they need to be. A senior leader, very good player.
Pump fake there from the Vikings, not taking the three. They'll reverse it around. Into the hands now of Westerland. He'll give it off. Thompson, dribble drive. Looking to the rack. Floats it up. No, he missed it. Offensive rebound. Looks to put it back. That one wide to the left. Trying to battle for it. One there by McLaughlin. Out to the race. 3-on-2. Moten drives. Flips it up. Kept the bump. And the bucket. Great job by Moten. Physicality. And he's going for a 3-point play. Subs are in. It's McKinney as well as Craven to check in here. 21-point margin for the Cardinals. They'll bring in reinforcements. Drew Heiss will take a breather. Craven will await to take Moten's spot after his trip to the Post 98 charity stripe. You can support local Legion baseball with Post 98. Contact Coach JT Scarpelli for more information. Big Rapids Media Network. Great hustle from McKinney. Gets an offensive rebound off the free throw miss. Gabe now with Thompson on him. Looks to hand off for Moten. Moten looking to try to drive off to McKinney. Off the screen. Curls. Nice find! And Gabe for 2 underneath. Great pass from King McKinney straight into the game, and he's got an assist.
Kingston with a rebound and an assist. That whole possession was responsible by him.
Corner 3 is good. Right back in transition. There go the Vikings, and Westerland buries the corner 3 right in front of his own bench.
They have an answer for every time the Cardinals score. They have an answer.
Heist on the crossover. McKinney, skip pass from McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking on the jab step, sizing up against Westerland, looks to go to work, spinning, lost his footing into the hands of Whitehall on the turnover. They're looking to run. Thompson looks, crossover, great pass, corner on the way, blocked, missed it, offensive rebound. Who else but Thompson flips it up and scores. Just when he thought he was out of the play, nope, back in it, put back. He's now got 19 on the night.
And 13 rebounds through, only about 23 minutes of game time.
I think the Broncos are glad he'll be coming to campus very soon down there in the zoo. Whistle down, it's going to go to the Vikings. Craven will now finally get to check in here for Moten after a long-awaited sit here by the scorer's table. While we have the chance to do so, big thanks to Extremely Clean, Schuberg Insurance, Post 98 Baseball, Michael Oil and Propane, and Motor, the Macassa Transit Authority, as well as Sam's Disposal for your support of Cardinal basketball. Back to work we go here. 42 seconds to go in the third. Looking in the corner, Whitehall backs it out, 40-16 game in favor of the Vikings, the visitors. In the corner, out of bounds, off of Whitehall, and it's going to be Cardinal basketball. Great job by Njenga there on the closeout. Knocked it out of Black's hands off his knee, and they'll steal an offensive possession here in the final 30 seconds. Looks like a man defense here for Whitehall. See what the Cardinals have to counter. Cole sees a double, looks to get it out, gets it to Gabe. Gabe trying to drive, backing his way in against Thompson. Oh, and one! Boy, that's just a big boy bully. I'm going to back it, and I'm going to score it. That is a big-time exclamation point from Njenga in that battle of potentially collegiate-bound basketball guys.
Gabe Njenga showing the work he's putting in at JV Fit there, bodying up, a Division I wide receiver, putting his shoulder straight into his chest for the and one.
Free throw is good, and one converted. Makes it 40-19 in favor of the Vikings. Great play there from Njenga. Pressure coming up here for the Cardinals. Skip pass over to the corner. Westerland, no hesitation. And another. Boy, he has been big off the bench. I can see why he wears 3 as a jersey number. Heist from way downtown. That one's not going to go. 43-19 our score. The visiting Vikings on top at the moment. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this right here on WBRN.
Same make, same model, same diagnostic issues.
Why does my car always tell me there's something wrong? Even after I installed my extra D800 neural net processor, it still says my alternator is overheating.
But sometimes things aren't always what they seem.
Johnson's Automotive fixes electrical issues on any make and model.
With the help of Johnson's Automotive Napa-certified techs, the T800 is back on track to complete his mission.
This time, I'm back for good.
Johnson's Automotive. Schedule service online at johnsonsautoBR.com.
Your car is less of a car nowadays and more of a computer, full of gizmos and cameras, even in your windshield. That glass is loaded with sensors and cameras that interact with the environment, other vehicles, and on and on. So when you have to replace your windshield, you also need to recalibrate those cameras and sensors. Enter A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. A1 not only expertly replaces your windshield, they also recalibrate those sensors so your car acts like nothing ever happened. Trust the experts at A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. Visit A1GlassRC.com. A1 Auto Glass, clearly your best choice.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena as we get set for the final 8 minutes of basketball action here at home. Whitehall with the lead. Cardinals looking to get some substance moving forward here in this one to at least close the margin. Whitehall dominating that second quarter and have held to it. Great pass and a great finish. Thompson with a great find to Thomas underneath. Just a lot of attention 23's way. Somebody was open and he found him right under the bucket.
Yeah, a pretty explosive first step. He gets in the paint, finds an open guy for an easy bucket.
Craven goes downhill, hands off for McLaughlin, off the screen. Cole floats it, blocked away by Thompson. Are you kidding me? Throws up the length of the court, ahead of Westerland, out of bounds. It will be Cardinal basketball. Boy, Cole had a step, and Thompson just closed the gap Superman style and swatted that one away. Cole even looks in disbelief like, what did I do? I floated it up as high as he could off the window, and he still figured out a way to swat it before it got there.
Just, we didn't think we would see an athlete that would compare to Gabe until we saw him, and he's lived up to every billing that he's had.
Craven through the contact, gets it to Gabe. Gabe to the free throw line. Looks for the step back against Thompson. Oh, it rattled out. Good look from Gabe, just not able to hit those tonight. Westerland brings it across. He'll give it off here. Moeller, open man again. Fires wide to the left there from Thomas. The lefty just missed that one. About a 10-footer. Missed it wide to the left. Heist to carry in transition. Looks for the hesitation. Trying to step back behind the dribble. Goes back on the spin. This time he'll float it. That one misses. Gabe with the putback. You could almost call it a pass. Leave it up high on the window. Your 6'8" man's down on the block, and he gets the putback that time. 6:30 to go, 45-21 in favor of the Vikings. Cardinals looking to make a push here in the fourth. Thompson, a long wrap pass, and that one's out of bounds. It'll be out of the hands of Black, and that was one of those passes we saw earlier in the game as Drew Heist will check in. It appears here from McLaughlin. Just one of those passes from Thompson where a lot of mustard on it. Not everybody can catch it, especially when you're a D1 guy throwing to not a D1 guy.
Yes, well, and we saw that a little bit on the gridiron this year where he picked up some first downs in that district final that you're like, how is this guy doing what he is doing? He's such a smooth athlete, but also at the same time, you have those passes he's making are passes that are going to fit a Division I offense next year to a T. That skip pass over the top of teams to find a shooter on the backside is something you see a lot in the collegiate game.
So it looks like we have a technical foul has been assessed on the floor here by one of our officials. We're awaiting to see. It looks like it's on Whitehall, perhaps. So the Cardinals are going to be shooting a pair of free throws. Coach Ingles wisely will send Cole Heist to the line this
About
year.
68% this year.
Yes, he's been good from the line at 68%, 17 of 25. He'll get 2 tries here to try to cut the deficit here against Whitehall. First one is up on the way, and string music there from Heist. He'll get a second one upcoming. Let's see who the technical was called. It was called really late in the process over in the corner.
I believe it was number 12 checked in. and he was not in the official scorebook. And if he's not in the official scorebook, then it's a technical. You can add him at the bottom, but you get 2 free throws and the ball back, or the other team does as punishment.
That's a good point. Christian Gomez is at least the rostered player checked in as 12 on the floor, so he was likely the sub that might have had something to do with that technical foul, as Blake just got us the very simple explanation there. Makes sense. They did take out Thompson, so Gabe's now going to have a matchup, and he draws a foul immediately. Just not much there Thomas can do off the dribble. 6'8" with length and speed, gets out ahead of him, just had to try to do anything and just grabs him in the process.
Yeah, I mean, if I was put in that position and I had to guard Gabe, I'd probably do the exact same thing.
Off the inbound, spinning and scoring. 24, Gabe Njenga. Got a size advantage, get on the block, get the ball, make a post move and go, and he does so that time. Into the hands now of Gomez. He'll give off here. This is Black, back over to Gomez. Gomez trying to drive, kick out. Black defended there, nice defense from Craven. Over to the right wing now. Here's Muller. Muller, one of the lone starters in right now here for Whitehall. Across the way, Westerland over to the corner. Size up, firing a 3. Back heel no good right there for Njenga on the glass again. Heist in transition. Got guys in front of him. Going to try to dribble. Stepping back, not going to shoot it. Gabe now on the catch, drives, looks, floats, and scores. Got the bounce that time. Another one there from Gabe Njenga. He's now added to his night 13 here for Gabe Njenga. 3 ball the other way. Same result there. This time Gomez was the one that fired it. 45-27 score. 5:21 to go. Gabe wants another. Got another. Timeout is taken there by Coach Subden, and wisely so. Nobody in the game can guard Gabe Njenga, and he has got himself 6 straight points. We'll step aside and motor timeout right here on WBR.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, we make it super easy to schedule your appointment or to find money-saving coupons for maintenance and repair. Just visit QualityCarAndTruckRepair.com. Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. The margin has slimmed here of Cardinals and Vikings. Big Rapids now trails 45-29, and that just pretty much ties up Coach Subden's hand. He brings back Cam Thompson into the ball game. 2-on-2, floater no good. Westerland back up no good. Thompson will tip it in right back into the game, and right back into the stat column goes Cam Thompson as he gets the putback. Whitehall looks to play some defense here. Heist out for Drew. Drew trying to drive in, skip pass back over to Gabe. Gabe left to right wing, looks, floats it, and will score it. 8 straight for Gabe Njenga. Trying to will his team back in this game. 4:42 to go. Cardinals trail by 16. A foul called on the far sideline. It's on Craven. Trying to get some pressure, a trap set up, and he's going to pick up his first foul of the game.
I like the aggressiveness by Gabe. He's put up a bunch of shots tonight, but he has been highly efficient in the second half. I think he's only had 1 miss in the second half. So doing exactly what we expect Gabe to do.
And a difference, he's been getting to the block, and that is another 3 ball. Westerland with his 3rd of the night. He has looked great off the bench. Cole wants an answer. Back heel, battle for it. Thompson is there. Craven tried to pick his pocket. He'll hustle back. Thompson will carry. Cam Thompson passes off. Open man, firing a 3, and it's good. Buried it was Gomez. Whitehall spreading the wealth here in the 4th. Multiple guys with 3-point shots. A lot of these bench reserve players can shoot it. You've seen that so far. Drew Heist, great hesitation. Floater, in and out, no good. Thompson grabs himself another miss.
His 16th rebound on the night.
Trying to go behind his back. Good defense by Craven. Pestering him defensively on the top. Thompson all the way to the corner. Gomez got it tipped and blocked by Njenga. Gets it back and floats it in right over Craven. Good hustle play from Gomez. He's got 5 straight for Whitehall. 55-31 score. Gabe for Cole. Cole on the fake. Spinning. Trying to get into the paint. One-on-one. Backs in. Backing in. Passing out for Gabe. Gabe. Mid-range. Got it. Drained that one right from Thompson. He's heating up, and he's not showing signs of stopping here in the final 3 minutes. Big thanks goes out to BRPS, Johnson's Automotive, as well as Motor Mikasa Florida Transit Authority. Foul on the floor. Good drive that time there from, looks like their Finn Mueller, who just got by the defense, flipped it up as he was fouled. So he'll have a chance to go to the line here, see if he can add it for Whitehall. Now, I believe if that scoreboard is right, he's one of the only players for Whitehall right now that has played that does not have a point to his name. So he'll go to the line here to try to change that.
0 for 6 from the field. Let's see if we can get it. He misses the first.
Missing the first. We might have jinxed it. Reverse psychology, though, this time. Ashton Folkema, Isaac Wilhelm in, Drew Heist, as well as King McKinney off here for the Cardinals. Great minutes there from Kingston. He was great coming in that third quarter, provided a spark, rebound, and assist on his first minute on the floor, the first possession since he checked in on that free throw, and has showed some good minutes tonight for Coach Ingles and company. Second on the way, and that one is good. There from Ruler, and he will find his way offside. Black will check in for him. His night's probably done. A role player for Whitehall, and he's done a lot of great things for the Vikings tonight. Cardinals look to see if they can keep it going. Nice move from Heist. Oh, with the cradle, and lays it in. Great job on the ball control. Makes the deficit 20 now. Whitehall still leads. Thompson tries to bring it across, fading. Great pass there. Westerland lays it in. Njenga tried to get back, not able to do so. Westerland's now got himself 11 off the bench for the Vikings. Here's Heist over in the corner now. Gabe trying to cut. Gets him a screen instead. Floater. Great patience from Heist. Missed it. Thompson up ahead. Great job by Folkema. Gets the steal. Oh, but he bumped into Njenga and the basketball bounced off of him. And that's going to give Whitehall the possession back. Subs now coming in. Griffin as well as Mishler will check in. And it'll be Cole Heist and Gabe Njenga will get a standing O as they make their way off the floor for the final 2:27. They battled tonight, especially against a good Whitehall team. And both those guys did well scoring as far as really in the stat sheet. Cole, I know, would have wanted a couple more of those to drop. Thompson with a touch pass. Westerland in and out, battling for the rebound. Last touch by the Vikings, and Osborne will go the other way here. 2:22 to go. Whitehall was trying to get subs in. Cardinals not letting them. Craven backing in. Great pass for Mishler, but he stepped out of bounds. Whitehall basketball. Now the subs will make their way on. One singular sub, that is. The Cayenne Kershey will make his way on, the senior. And will take off 23, Cam Thompson. He'll get a curtain call from the opposing fans making their way from Whitehall here over on the lake shore. Couple subs also coming in as well. Osborne will finally get his breather for the final 2:17 to go. Stick around. BRPS player of the game coming up. Blake will have the honors to make the selection tonight. We'll see who he has in mind here in this one between the Vikings and the Cardinals. 58-35 score. Vikings lead it here in the fourth, final 2 minutes between these two programs. Backing Wilhelm against Kershey, and a foul is called. Kershey will go to the line. Good job there by Wilhelm just backing in, but just leaned too much there against the post, and that one's going to be called almost every time. So 2 minutes to go. First will go to the line here for the Vikings to try to add to their total. First one up on the way. That one wide to the left. So he'll get another one up coming. See the Reed City players up in the balcony up above. You guys know what game's coming up on Friday.
Yes,
they're coming to our place. That's going to be a fun rematch indeed. Cardinals winning the first bout between those two teams, and especially tonight, although the margin 59-34, this Big Rapids team played much better than going to their place. Craven with a floater, missed everything wide to the left, trying to get a steal back. Pushed up ahead by Whitehall. Kirsch backing in against Folkema and scores. Finish that thought in a moment. 1:45 to go. Griffin up ahead. Working. Step back. Fires. Wide to the right. Good look. Just not able to fall from Kobe. Up ahead. Whitehall 2-on-2. Good hustle there from Wilhelm. Step through. Lays up. Lays it in. It's Evan Thomas, the lefty. Adds to his total now. Another bucket for him. 75-27 last year. This is a much better scoreline, and they've played better than last year's team.
Yes. Well, and this just shows, that the program that Whitehall is, they've got guys coming in off the bench that can all do a multitude of things that are all pretty good ball players. And it just shows a testament to that program. They've got a really good JV team. Coach Sudin over there does a wonderful job. See if the Cardinals can get somebody else in the book tonight.
And a foul called on Wilhelm. Black got booked for the first foul beforehand on that pause break, and then Wilhelm tried to establish position on the inbounds. 78 seconds to go before we wrap this one up. Whitehall looks to run with their reserves. Cardinals the same. Backing in. Tough fadeaway. Shot drops there for Thomas. That's good defense. Just tip of the cap. That one rattled in.
You just can't let him go to his left.
Mishler off the front, no good. Student section wanted that one to fall. Xavier, one of the best shooters on the team, actually statistically, not able to get that one. Westerland floats it up and fouled. That time there, I believe Craven's going to get booked on the hustle play. Wait the official ruling, and it is on Craven.
Pierce Westerland, a fifth-quarter kid, didn't even play in the first half. For those of you who don't know what the fifth-quarter kid is it's somebody that can play in the JV and the varsity games because you get 5 quarters a night now. He's a guy who played 3 in the JV game. He gets 2 here and has 11 points in the second half. A sophomore that can straight up fill it. And has done a lot of really nice things in the second half for the Whitehall Vikings.
He's been great. Looking at the scouting report going into this game as Westerland goes 1 of 2. Not a guy that I saw much action from some of those games that I watched, and that just goes to show the depth that Whitehall has in the program. Here's Folkema. Looks against the switch. 40 seconds to go into the hands of Craven. Craven looks to dive. Going to the short corner. Backing out. Lost it on the deck. Scramble for it. Wilhelm wins it. Tie up down there in the short corner. Bodies on the floor everywhere, trying to clean up that mess if there's a foul call. The official is making the judgment call on the fist, so that would be a foul. See if he gets the number.
12.
It is on 12. Okay, so that's going to go to Gomez. So 32 seconds left, 66-35. The student section wants one guy to touch the basketball. He's inbounding it and throws it into nobody. Miscommunication between Craven and Folkema. That one gets thrown away. Whitehall now get a possession here. 31.9 seconds to go. We'll see if they have one more look or elects to just drain this clock to 0. Almost a travel there on the pass. Whitehall will set things up. Kershik downhill. Oh, and he got it to drop. Teetered right on top of the iron and just tips in at the last second. Adds to the total. Craven looks on a crossover. Great pass. Mishler for Folkema for 3. No good. Too strong. Westerland pulls down the miss. 4 seconds down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and the final horn sounds here from Cardinal Arena. Tough effort tonight here from this group. 68-35 final in favor of Whitehall. We'll obviously break it down more here in the post-game show, Blake, but got to tip your cap. First quarter effort, incredible from this group. They kept battling despite a lot of the punches being thrown their way. As I see a football jersey through the line, that seems very personal. Credit to Whitehall, but I was very impressed with how Big Rapids, not only that 8 minutes, they counter a lot of the punches. The shots just weren't falling tonight here at home.
Yeah, early in the game, I thought if some of those shots fell early, it's a completely different look and feel. You had, like you said, every inch of the rim hit 4 or 5 times. And then you let Whitehall get out on a run in the second quarter, and that was pretty much it. They're too good of a club to give any type of space to. You give them an inch, they're going to take 5 miles. And they did tonight. That's what a really good ball club looks like. A tough one for the Cardinals, but they battled. You got to look at the upsides here. Gabe Njenga, an outstanding second half. And then, you look at some of the other guys that did some good things tonight as well. You just ran into a buzzsaw that is the Whitehall Vikings.
Whitehall moves to 14-3 on the campaign. Big Rapids falls to 11-5, but both teams will benefit from this result tonight. Big Rapids, of course, would, despite the loss, playing this tough of an opponent, it's going to earn you MPR points, but we'll talk about that more. Let's get into the Cardinal postgame show, but first, these words right here on WBRN.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. a lot more.
Like,
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything, not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today.
I'm Patty Jackson. I'm a physician assistant. I work for Michigan Primary Care Partners. My dad was basically sick all of his life. A lot of his treatment was down in the greater Detroit area. I got into healthcare because I wanted to help my community and help bridge that gap between patients who need healthcare coverage in these rural areas. I see my dad in almost every patient that I see. Michigan Primary Care Partners is accepting new patients for same-day and next-day appointments. For more information, visit MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
Your car is less of a car nowadays, and more of a computer, full of gizmos and cameras, even in your windshield. That glass is loaded with sensors and cameras that interact with the environment, other vehicles, and on and on. So when you have to replace your windshield, you also need to recalibrate those cameras and sensors. Enter A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. A1 not only expertly replaces your windshield, they also recalibrate those sensors so your car acts like nothing ever happened. Trust the experts at A1 Auto Glass in Reed City. Visit A1GlassRC.com. A1 Auto Glass, clearly your best choice.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa-certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now plain zero.
Hey, it's Ben with Sam's Disposal with some garbage etiquette for you. While not required, it's always best when you bag your trash. Sam's Disposal can take bagless trash, but bagless trash can leave a mess on a windy day. Please clear a space around your can so we can get to your trash fast. That includes snow, leaves, bodies, or whatever. Please don't let your dogs help us take out the trash. While we know they're just trying to help, dogs have not evolved into helping take out trash. Whether you want to follow these suggestions or not, it's up to you. But when you want your trash reliably, consistently, and all the time removed, call Sam's Disposal at 231-796-2952.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, we make it super easy to schedule your appointment or to find money-saving coupons for maintenance and repair. Just visit QualityCarAndTruckRepair.com. Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Big Rapids Cardinal basketball postgame show here live from Big Rapids High School. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Final score 68-35 in favor of the visiting Vikings tonight. Overall, as we get into the postgame show, big thanks to those that support Cardinal basketball here. Time and temperature here this evening is presented by New Horizon Landscaping. 8:14 Eastern Standard Time, 17 degrees. Looks to be cloudy and a safe trip home for those in attendance or those traveling on the roads right now. Big thanks as well to Cook's Tree Service, 796-2908 for all of your tree service needs. Little League sign-ups, folks, till February 21st are still open, ages 4 through 14. BigRapidsLittleLeague.com for more information. Dizos Digital Stat Breakdown here for you this evening with the 68-35 margin. Obviously, bigger than it probably would appeal of how that game went. You looked how close they played. I mean, we only had 8 points, in the first 8 minutes of play. That was a really good start for the Cardinals, but Cam Thompson, those guys just really took over. Some great play as well from Brock Morningstar. Saw some good things. Cordy Anderson, a good hustle player. I thought Gabe really did play a good night tonight. He had a lot of good looks. They weren't able to drop them all. Cole did some good facilitation, right? Lamont had a much bigger role as Ty was out early on in this first quarter. We hope to see him heal up very soon. He tried to play, but not able to do so here tonight, so he will be hopefully maybe back for Friday. Obviously, fingers crossed against Reed City to see if he will make that play for Friday night. That's going to be a big game as well. But overall, Blake, your thoughts from this game, especially comparing last year? Felt like this was a much competitive team compared to last year, much overclassed at their place. This year, despite the margin being not too much farther, I mean, they played them tough through the first half, and they just kind of extended it the rest of the way. Still good substance from tonight.
You're down by 16 with 5 minutes and 51 seconds to go. I mean, that's feasible. You can come back and win that. Granted, Whitehall has a guy that they can put in, Cam Thompson, that's like prime Mariano Rivera when it comes into closing a game like this. He came in, shut it down. It immediately ballooned back to 25 when he came back in the game. A heck of a ball player, and but this is why you play these games. And a couple of things that when you go back and we look into this in 10 years, people will forget. Ty Gilchek played 10 minutes tonight, maybe?
Maybe not even that.
He's a 3-year starter. Or a 3-year player, 2-year starter, a huge contributor. When you lose him, then all of a sudden you have to move some pieces around. It's going to take away some of that continuity offensively. It's gonna make you struggle a little bit. The Cardinals battled, played much better in spurts tonight against a team that is just one of the favorites to come out of West Michigan and compete for a state title. And you play these games to see where you're at this point in February because the state tournament's a few weeks away. And you saw that, you competed as well as anybody else that's in your district against a team like this, and maybe even better. I like our chances. You play like we did in spurts, especially defensively in that first quarter. You're going to be able to compete with any team in our district, a lot of teams in our region as well. So you take the good from this and you move forward because, you got that big one on Friday. And then you've got to win that one on Friday. Then you got to keep winning those games in the league to have a shot to claim a share on February 21st.
Absolutely. And this game, obviously, 68-35 loss in the book. It felt much closer when you were watching this game, especially. But some scores around the league as well. Alma taking down Central Montcalm at home, 57-31. That feels like an uncharacteristic off night for Central Montcalm there at Alma. Tough trek to make and some tough basketball play there.
Tough place to play.
Yes, for sure. Ithaca also taking the win, 53-31 at Remus against Chippewa Hills. And we do not have an official score. All you need to know from Grant is they won by a lot, we expected, against not as necessarily a formidable opponent to keep up with offensively, so they run out of the gym there on the road. So big wins there around the conference, and it's going to be a big matchup February 7th. That's this Friday. Reed City coming to town. It's going to be a big-time rivalry. We can't wait to see you there. You can bring us with you here to the gym. Packed environment, WBRN.com and the WBRN mobile app. But with that, finally, before we go, of course, Blake will have the honors. Tonight's BRPS Player of the Game, award-winning elementary schools, Big Rapids Virtual School, extensional educational opportunities, and extracurricular opportunities at BRHS. BRPS is the school of choice in the area. Visit brps.org for more information. Blake, it is your time to shine. Who is your player of the game tonight here against the Vikings?
With 19 points, 8 rebounds, couple of steals, 3 blocks, couple of assists. A guy that competed, played almost every minute of the game is Gabe Njenga. You saw him get better as the game went on. Finally started getting to his right hand to finish at the rack. And if you look at my stat sheet here, I don't break it down in quarters. I start in the top left-hand corner and go, and you see he missed a ton of shots early. I think he missed 1 shot in the second half. So Gabe found his rhythm and competed against Cam Thompson, who's Division I athlete, going to go play football and basketball at Western, and got the better of him a few times. So it shows the potential that Gabe has. It shows how good of a ball player he is. So tonight he's your BRPS player of the game.
There you go, Gabe Njenga with the honors, and I'm glad you brought him up because he had a lot of expectations put upon him in this game, right? You see Cam Thompson on one side, how does Gabe Njenga? He answered quite a few times, and especially the mid-range wasn't falling early in the game. He gets to the rack later in the second half and able to add to his total. And so great game tonight from Gabe. Really a good game tonight overall. Obviously, the margin is going to make it look like we played really bad. That wasn't the case. Whitehall is just that good. They are just that good. They're going to run away there with the WMC Lakes title. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't see them dropping another game for the rest of the regular season. They have a couple tough games, 600 levels they might have some bouts with, but other in their conference play, they're going to take care of business. So that's going to do it for our coverage here. 68-35 final score. Whitehall takes down Big Rapids in non-conference action. Before we go, thanks to those that support Cardinal basketball. Those include Big Rapids Public School, the Big Rapids Virtual School, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Canadian Lakes and Big Rapids, Motor the Macassar Transit Authority, A1 Auto Glass, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, Extremely Clean Power Washing and Painting, Quality Car and Truck Repair, New Horizon Landscaping, Michael Oil and Propane, Big Country Big Deals, Cook's Tree Service, Post 90 American Legion Baseball, Dazos Digital, and last but not least, Big Rapids Daily News.com. This Big Rapids Media Network broadcast and live stream is in partnership with Big Rapids Public Schools. Big Rapids Media Network is Big Country 100.9, as well as WYBR 102.3 FM, WBR on 1460 AM, 96.5 and 107.7 FM, Rewind 99.1, Big Rapids Daily News.com, and Dazos Digital. Family owned for 25 years, Big Rapids Media Network is proud to partner with Big Rapids Public Schools and their athletic programs, and will continue to do so for years to come. For myself and Blake Thomas, have a great night, everybody. We will talk to you on Friday, 6:30 p.m. pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. It'll be the Battle of Misiola 2, Reed City, coming to town to take on the Cardinals for Rivalry Day. Can't wait to listen to you then. But until then, this has been a presentation of Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball. Only one place, WBRN.
You've been listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on WBRN 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. We now return to regular programming.